Once upon a chilling autumn evening in the small town of Ravenswood, there stood an old, decrepit mansion at the edge of the woods. Locals avoided it like a plague, believing it to be haunted. Legend had it that the mansion harbored the souls of those who met tragic ends, and their whispers lingered in the air like a haunting melody. Tom, an adventurous teenager with a penchant for thrill, dared his friends to spend a night in the mansion. Eager to prove their bravery, Sarah, Mark, and Jake agreed to join him on this spine-tingling adventure. Armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, they crossed the creaky threshold into the dimly lit foyer. As the clock struck midnight, the mansion seemed to come alive with eerie whispers that echoed through the empty halls. The group dismissed it as their imagination playing tricks, but an unsettling feeling lingered. Tom led the way, exploring room after room, each filled with ancient furniture draped in dusty sheets. In the heart of the mansion, they discovered a room covered in strange symbols and a faded pentagram on the floor. A cold breeze swept through, extinguishing their flashlights, leaving them in utter darkness. Panic set in as an otherworldly voice whispered, "Get out before it's too late." Undeterred, Tom scoffed at the warning, challenging the unseen presence. The room's temperature dropped, and the group felt an ominous force surrounding them. As they stumbled through the dark, strange shadows danced on the walls, revealing glimpses of tormented faces and ghostly figures. They eventually found themselves in the mansion's hidden library. A dusty tome lay open on a rotting pedestal, revealing a gruesome history of Ravenswood. The mansion, it seemed, was once owned by a sinister cult that practiced dark rituals, sacrificing innocent lives to gain unimaginable power. The last entry hinted at an unfinished ritual that cursed the mansion, trapping the souls of the victims within its walls. Terrified, the group realized they were not alone. The tormented spirits sought revenge on the living, and the only way to break the curse was to complete the ritual. The catch: it required a blood sacrifice. As fear tightened its grip, the group debated their options. Tom, still fueled by arrogance, volunteered to be the sacrifice, convinced it was all a hoax. Mark and Jake, skeptical but wary, hesitated. Sarah, sensing the impending danger, pleaded with them to leave the mansion, but the spirits intensified their whispers, coercing the group to proceed. In the dim light of a flickering candle, the friends reluctantly began the ritual. The air thickened as an ethereal energy surrounded them. The room seemed to pulsate with unseen forces, and the whispers grew into agonized screams. Just as they were about to abandon the ritual, a blinding light enveloped the room. The spirits manifested before them, their faces etched with sorrow and longing. A spectral figure emerged from the shadows, revealing the leader of the cursed cult. With a mournful gaze, the leader spoke of the pain endured by the trapped souls and begged for redemption. Touched by the spirit's plea, the friends realized the sacrifice required was not of blood, but of forgiveness. They had to release the spirits from their torment by acknowledging the horrors of the past. The group, now united in purpose, sought to bring closure to the restless souls. Guided by the spirits, they delved into the mansion's history, uncovering the atrocities committed by the cult. The more they learned, the more empathetic they became. The group shared their findings with the townspeople, urging them to acknowledge the dark chapter in Ravenswood's past. As the truth came to light, the townspeople, initially skeptical, began to feel the weight of guilt and remorse. The collective acknowledgement of the past atrocities acted as a catalyst, breaking the curse that bound the mansion and its spirits. With a blinding burst of light, the spirits found peace, leaving the mansion in serene silence. The once haunted halls transformed into a place of quiet reflection. Ravenswood, now free from the shadows of its past, embraced a newfound unity among its residents. Tom, Sarah, Mark, and Jake, forever changed by the harrowing experience, vowed to remember the lessons learned in the whispering shadows. The old mansion, stripped of its malevolence, stood as a testament to the power of redemption and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of darkness. Once, nestled on the outskirts of a small, quiet town, stood an imposing structure known as Willow Creek Manor. It was a grand mansion, its once opulent facade now faded and crumbling, shrouded in an air of mystery. Locals spoke of the manor in hushed whispers, recounting tales of its dark past and the eerie occurrences that plagued anyone who dared to venture inside. The story begins with a curious journalist named Emma Carter, who had heard rumors about Willow Creek Manor. Intrigued by the prospect of uncovering a compelling story, she decided to investigate the abandoned mansion, armed with her camera and a determination to unravel its secrets. As Emma approached the manor, she couldn't help but feel a chill run down her spine. The overgrown garden seemed to claw at her as she made her way to the front entrance. The once majestic doors creaked open reluctantly, revealing a dimly lit foyer adorned with cobwebs and dust. Undeterred by the ominous atmosphere, Emma pressed on, capturing the decayed beauty of the manor with each step. As she explored the grand halls and forgotten rooms, strange noises echoed through the empty corridors. Whispers danced on the edge of her perception, and the temperature seemed to drop as she delved deeper into the heart of the manor. In one of the rooms, Emma discovered an old diary, its pages yellowed with age. It belonged to Eleanor Blackwood, the last inhabitant of Willow Creek Manor. The diary spoke of a tragic tale, a forbidden love affair that ended in betrayal and despair. Eleanor's lover, Samuel, was rumored to have been involved in dark rituals, invoking supernatural forces that cursed the manor and its inhabitants. As Emma read through the diary, the air around her thickened, and a spectral figure materialized before her. It was Eleanor Blackwood, a ghostly presence condemned to relive her torment for eternity. Eleanor pleaded with Emma to unearth the truth and free her spirit from the shackles of the past. Determined to help Eleanor find peace, Emma continued her investigation. The supernatural occurrences escalated, with flickering lights, slamming doors, and eerie apparitions haunting her every move. Unseen hands seemed to guide her through the manor, leading her to hidden chambers and secret passages. In the depths of Willow Creek Manor, Emma stumbled upon a hidden room adorned with occult symbols and a dusty altar. The air grew heavy with malevolence, and shadows danced on the walls as a ghostly figure materialized. The vengeful spirit of Samuel. His hollow eyes bore into Emma's soul, accusing her of trespassing on forbidden ground. As Emma confronted the tortured spirits of Eleanor and Samuel, the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred. She realized that the only way to break the curse was to uncover the truth behind Samuel's dark rituals and the betrayal that led to the manor's haunting. In her quest for answers, Emma unearthed a hidden chamber beneath the manor, where Samuel's occult practices took place. The walls were adorned with cryptic symbols, and an ancient tome revealed the details of a forbidden ritual meant to bind souls to the manor for eternity. Emma deciphered the ritual and discovered that only a selfless act of sacrifice could appease the spirits and break the curse. As the supernatural forces within Willow Creek Manor intensified, Emma faced a choice: leave the cursed mansion and forget the haunting, or sacrifice herself to save the tormented souls trapped within its walls. Driven by empathy and a sense of duty, she resolved to perform the ritual, hoping to bring an end to the centuries-old curse. In a climactic moment, Emma recited the incantation, surrounded by the ethereal presence of Eleanor and Samuel. The manor trembled as the ancient curse lifted, and a blinding light enveloped the once darkened halls. Emma's sacrifice freed the spirits, allowing them to find peace and move on to the afterlife. As the last echoes of the haunting faded away, Willow Creek Manor transformed before Emma's eyes. The once decrepit mansion regained its former glory, the garden blooming with life once more. The townspeople, unaware of the supernatural events that transpired, marveled at the sudden revival of the long-forgotten estate. Emma, however, became part of the manor's history, her selfless act forever etched into the fabric of Willow Creek. The journalist who sought a thrilling story found herself becoming a part of one. A tale of love, betrayal, and redemption that transcended the boundaries between the living and the dead. Once upon a moonlit night in the small, secluded town of Ravens Hollow, where dense forests loomed over creaking houses, there was an eerie calm. The townsfolk whispered of a haunted mansion nestled deep within the woods, shrouded in mystery and fear. It was said that the mansion held a dark secret, concealed by the shadows that clung to its decaying walls. Nelia, a curious and adventurous young woman, was drawn to the legends surrounding the mansion. One gloomy evening, she decided to unravel the mysteries hidden within its dilapidated halls. Armed with a dim flashlight and a heart pounding with excitement, she ventured into the heart of the forbidden woods. As Amelia approached the mansion, a chilling breeze whispered through the gnarled branches, creating a symphony of haunting echoes. The mansion's imposing silhouette loomed before her, its windows like vacant eyes staring into the abyss. The front door creaked open with a bone-chilling groan, inviting her to step into the unknown. The interior was shrouded in darkness, save for the feeble light of Amelia's flashlight. Dust danced in the air as she cautiously made her way through the grand foyer. A series of portraits adorned the walls, their eyes following her every move. The air felt heavy, laden with the weight of untold secrets. As Amelia explored further, she stumbled upon a decrepit library, its shelves lined with ancient books that seemed to whisper forbidden knowledge. A tattered leather-bound tome caught her eye, its spine cracked with age. With trepidation, she opened it to reveal the sinister history of the mansion. Legend spoke of a family cursed by a malevolent force, doomed to reside in the mansion for eternity. Generations had come and gone, leaving behind tormented souls trapped within the decaying walls. The whispers of the damned echoed through the pages, warning intruders of the impending doom that awaited them. Undeterred, Amelia pressed on, her curiosity overpowering the ominous warnings. As she ascended the creaking staircase, the air grew colder, and the oppressive darkness intensified. Flickering candlelight cast dancing shadows on the walls, creating a macabre ballet of eerie shapes. The second floor revealed a series of locked doors, each concealing a piece of the mansion's twisted history. Amelia's flashlight revealed faded photographs depicting joyous family gatherings contrasted against the grim reality that now enveloped the mansion. Ghostly apparitions seemed to manifest in the dim corners of the rooms, their mournful whispers echoing through the desolate halls. One particular room drew Amelia's attention. A child's nursery frozen in time. A rusted mobile swayed ominously overhead, and tattered toys lay scattered on the dusty floor. A forlorn lullaby drifted through the air, and a spectral figure of a weeping mother cradling a ghostly infant materialized before her eyes. Amelia, now consumed by a blend of fear and fascination, delved deeper into the mansion's mysteries. The corridors seemed to twist and contort, leading her into a hidden chamber concealed behind a tapestry. The room pulsated with a malevolent energy as she uncovered an ancient ritual site adorned with cryptic symbols. In the heart of the room, a faded pentagram glowed ominously. Whispers intensified, forming a symphony of anguished voices pleading for release. Amelia, now realizing the gravity of the curse, hesitated but felt an irresistible compulsion to complete the long-forgotten ritual. She gathered long-forgotten artifacts scattered throughout the mansion, placing them meticulously within the pentagram. As the last piece fell into place, a surge of ethereal energy enveloped the room. The shadows danced with newfound vigor, and the air crackled with an otherworldly force. Suddenly, the apparitions materialized, their faces contorted with both agony and gratitude. The tormented souls, bound by the curse for centuries, began to ascend toward the ethereal light, finally finding release from their spectral prison. The mansion, once cloaked in darkness, began to crumble, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. Amelia, standing amidst the fading remnants of the mansion, felt a sense of fulfillment and closure. The once haunted grounds now seemed to breathe with newfound life. As she made her way back through the decaying halls, the moon cast its silvery glow upon Raven's Hollow, revealing a town free from the grip of the whispering shadows. The legend of the haunted mansion became a distant memory, whispered only in hushed tones by the townsfolk. Nelia, forever changed by the supernatural encounter, carried the weight of the mansion's secrets in her heart. The shadows that once haunted Raven's Hollow were now dispersed, and the town embraced a newfound peace, thanks to the bravery of one intrepid soul who dared to face the unknown.